Vishwamitra's thing and so on, there are a few things which struck me very strongly. So I wanted to sort of share. When I went through these 15 episodes, sargas, and I was asking, what is it that I am able to see it? Top of the list that came to me when I went through it and I was thinking about it and so on, is I realized Kama and Krodha are the villains of everybody's life. Vishwamitra is amply demonstrating that. Kama and Krodha are the villains. That is the message there. See, Menaka, Ramba and all, you should leave all of those. You should go back and ask, what is going on here? This Vyakti is going through a situation in which he is overpowered by Kama and Krodha. That is what we are all going through in our life. This is the first message I really struck me. That Kama and Krodha will simply overpower us. By overpowering Kama and Krodha only, there is a hope of self-evolution. This is the first message, which I will take a few things to. So overcoming these, and the second message is overcoming this is a very long drawn process. That's why the 1,000 are only messages for that. Overcoming one's Kama and Krodha is a very long drawn process. It is the true tapas. What is tapas? Tapas is not sitting like this and on anthill on the top of us, all that's shown in the movies and all. They are all giving some message. Tapas is our ability to overpower the Kama and the Krodha. That is what it is. So that is the meaning of tapas for me now. From this episode, this is one meaning of tapas which I am able to actually understand. So several thousand years of tapas is a mere indication to the idea of the long run process. It's not the number. The numerical is not the issue. Issue is that it is long drawn. That you need perseverance. That you need to have that ekagrata and steadfastness despite distractions are coming in. That is the message which you find. Third message, which is so powerful, which I found for myself, which is very true in our life, is what we are is not what I think I am. Vishwamitra today exhibited it so nicely. When he said, you are a Rajari Brahmari, he said, I am a Jitendriya. He said, no. This is, we all go through this in our life. That's why I'm saying this. What we are is not a function of what we think. From this, what I understand is what we are is a function of how we react to situations. See, you may tell 1,000 things. You may say that, I am a very clean person. I don't like this. For hours, you will actually talk about how this corruption has actually, ruined our country. For your driving license, you'll go and pay 1,000 rupees. So this is not what you are. That is what you are. Exactly. No, we have to think seriously about this. This is hypocrisy of one level. Many of us, we seem to be all right with this hypocrisy. Leave the hypocrisy part of it. This Vishwamitra story is actually saying that Vishwamitra thought of himself as something, but he was not that. Why are these people sent? The people are sent to remind us of this thing in our life. Right?
We also rationalize it after having...
No, we live with that mental model and then everything works around it. So Vishwamitra saying he has overcome Kama and Krodha is completely wrong. You have sent Menaka and Ramba and all that to actually show that no, here, what you are saying is all a piece of idea. That's not what you are. And please go and review our own mental model. 1,000 things are like this. We think this is what we are, but we are not that. It's only a thought. The action matters, not the thought. That's another message. Vishwamitra's sons not willing to make sacrifice for the sake of his father is again what dharma parayana. You ask, no. They think what they are is not what they are. They are different. Just 2 examples from this episode I took. So this is another message. That what we think I am is not necessarily what I am. What I do when I am confronted with a situation is what I am. Moment our attention turns there, the chances of us reforming is much higher. This is a message I take from Vishwamitra's story. Very, very important message. Many of the details need to be understood very carefully. I already spoke about some of those. First of all, repeated reference to 1,000 years and 10,000 years. I will forget all these numericals. My understanding of that is it is long drawn. Simple. I'll replace all those years and say it is long drawn. Cursing that you'll eat flesh of dog, I already mentioned it. It only indicates that you will become less evolved because that's what you are worthy of. You have demonstrated only that is your worthiness, you be like that. That's how I'll understand that statement. I will not get into this, what is this dog eaters and all that kind of, that is all distracting for me. Became a piece of wood. Arunam, Bhutam and all that is all very figurative. It only means he became a Jitendriya. So many of these sentences in many of these ancient Indian wisdom, we have to understand very, very carefully. So I'll just conclude with a few of cross references and thoughts which came when I talked about this. So no wonder in Bhagavad Gita, in chapter 3, when Arjuna asks, Atakkena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha, anichanapi vashneya baladivani, all of us confront this every day in our life. Every moment in our life, we confront this shloka. Atakkena prayuktoyam, why did I make this mistake? I didn't want to. Anichanapi vashneya, I didn't want to do. Why did I do? This is an important question. Anichanapi vashneya baladiva niyojita, victim of situation. I've been pushed into the situation. And what is the answer? Kama yesha krodha yesha rajoguna samudbhava. Directly connects to this episode. Krishna says it is Kama and Krodha which will ruin you. Which moment Kama and Krodha overpowers you, finished. You cannot have, this is exactly what this character called Kausika went through before he became Vishwamitra. Kama yesha Krodha yesha rajoguna samudbhavaha maha ashanaha. You see the kind of words he is using. Ashana is eating. Maha ashana means it will consume your janmas, not life. Not this life. In this life, you will create so much of karmas which you will eat for another 10 janmas. That's why I use the word Mahashana. Mahashana, Mahapapma, it is an axis of evil. Mahapapma, he uses the word. Kama and Krodha is the axis of evil. Mahapapma, Viddhi Yenam Iha Vairinam. Please understand right now here. They are your prime enemies. Arjuna, please understand that. They are your prime enemies. If you are not able to spend a lifetime of even knowing this, if you know this, then there are several lifetimes of reforming it, as Vishwamitra went through, Kausika went through. So Krishna said, Kama yesha krodha yesha rajo guna samudbhavaha mahashanaha mahapapma viddhi yenam iha vairinam. Please understand, beware of this. And that is a textbook demonstration of that is 15 sargas in Balakandam. A textbook demonstration of this shloka in Bhagavad Gita is the 15 sargas that we went through in Balakandam. What more do you ask for? That is why in 16th chapter, what did he say? Krishna again, in Daivasuri Sampat, what did he say? Trividam narakasyedam dwaram nashanam atmanaha kama krodhas tata lobaha tasmad etat trayam vrajet. How much of caution Krishna has given? He says the door to hell has 3 doors. The path to hell has 3 doors. What are the 3 doors? Kama, Krodha and Lobha. Trividam narakasyedam dwaram. The gate. The gate for Naraka has 3 gates. Kama, Krodha and Lobha. Tasmad etat trayam vrajet. 16th chapter Krishna. These slokas, if you want to remember, read the 15 sargas of Balakandam. That is the story. That is why that story requires that much of vivid description and all that, because we are all conditioned by this in life. This is what happens in our life at the end of the day. We are succumbing to Kama and Krodha. It is a work in progress. I don't know for how many janmas. We need the divine grace to get out of it as soon as we can. We really need divine grace. That's a prayer. We don't have to pray. I need, promotion. I need, this is all people do. I need, my daughter get married, all that they keep saying. I think we should only pray these things. Daivanugraha hetukam. That's why it says, Mumukshutvam Manushutvam, Mahapurusha Samshaya. Viveka Chudamani, at the beginning, Adi Shankaracharya says, he says, Durlabam Trayinetat, Daivanugraha hetukam. These 3 are very rare, but they come out of Daivanugraha. What are they? Mumukshutva, Manushyatva. Manushyatva, Mumukshutva, Mahapurusha Samshaya. Getting a satsanga, being born as a Manushya, getting satsanga, and through that getting that mukshutva, that desire to evolve. Daivanugraha. So that's a prayer we have to make. Get me out of all these. Krishna is so out of infinite compassion, he is discussing in great detail in Bhagavad Gita. People are not looking at Bhagavad Gita. So much detail he is talking.
This is the package. Buy one, get one.
See,
ಕಾಮ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ರೋಧ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಕ್ರೋಧ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಕಾಮ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲೋಭ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಕಾಮ ಲೋಭ.
Sir, I have put, if you remember long back, I have shown the 6 of them in a connected thing. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. These 6 are a package actually. Although he has taken only 3 here, one reinforces the other. See, Kama and Krodha, please understand, are 2 sides of the same coin. Because the Kama will only generate Krodha. Because if I don't get anger, if I get Lobha, the greed, Moha, all these are technically different words, but they are all Shadvarga, we say, no? Arishtavarga. Arishtavarga. You know? So, if you look at Vishwamitra's tapa, he lost count of the tapa, so I maintained it somewhere just to get a sense of what is happening to this Vyakti. So, look at what has happened. The first mention of tapas, there was no mention of the number of years. Duration was not mentioned. But the method adopted was also nothing special. I mean, tapas. He did tapas to Rudra. Right? Why? What is the purpose? Look at the purpose. What was the purpose? To obtain weapons, knowledge of Veda, Vedanga, etc. to destroy Vasishtha. If you read Balakanda, you will find in 52nd Sarga, you will find it. So he received what was asked for. But then he finds to be a completely defeated person. This is another lesson in life. We go after something. How many of you know we are actually defeated at the end of the day? Sometimes we don't even know we are defeated. Because we have not met the ultimate objective, because we don't know what is the ultimate objective in life.
Like asking chocolates.
So we are defeated. He was defeated. This was the first layer of tapas. Then the second layer of tapas onwards, it was all 1000 years. I could go to the respective sargas and pull it out. Normal means living on fruits and roots, which means ahara pravritti sarvam asit, tapasya prayatna hapi asit. Both are happening. And what was his desire? To become a Brahma Rishi. And what did he end up with? He became a Raja Rishi. The first level 1, you know, in video game, level 1, level 2, level 3, master, intermediate, expert, like that. Then he went 1000 more years, little more intense tapas he did. So his purpose did not get distracted, did not change. Only thing is, he was started evolving. Okay? Brahma confers him Rishi. Then another 1000 years, the methodology of celibacy. Because after Menaka's 10 years, he realized this is distracted me, so he goes to the next level. Woe of celibacy, 1000 years. And again, his goal was to become a Brahma Rishi. Brahma confers him Maharshi. Then he says, I have now a Jitendriya. Brahma says, you are not a Jitendriya. So another 1000 years without eating and in silence to become a Brahma Rishi. He did not get anything. Did one more 1000 years. He only cursed Ramba in the process. Then another 1000 years. And then he finally became, Vasishtha says he is Brahma Rishi. So this shows there is a nice message here. Message is 1 and 1 prime. I will take all others as 1 prime. You know, in set theory they say A and A prime, no? So 1 and all others other than 1. I found something which we all don't understand, but many of us do in life. So I want to share that also. I thought about it. I made a graphics of what was in my mind. So there is another message in this whole, Vishwamitra episode, which I find which is relevant to us. We go through in life. What happens is we all have notions about oneself. What did happen to Vishwamitra? Kausika thought he was great. He was a great king. He was a good Kshatriya. Actually, that Sarga, if you read, he was so mannered, so mild-mannered, so respectful to Vasishtha, until Vasishtha did not agree to part of with Kamadhenu. So he was a great king. His governance was par excellence, which means he had a notion of himself. He thought he was perfection himself. Correct? And then first time he found something in his life when he met Vasishtha and his ashram. What is that? And this is all what we also go through in our life. We think we are good. We think we are endowed with everything. Then we come across someone who is better than us in whatever ways. Dimension can be in our mundane plane, the dimension, but the framework is still holds good. Vishwamitra found he was not good. So he found superiority of knowledge someone else possesses, which he doesn't possess. He realized this man is using something, and he chased away all my, with his Brahmadanda, he chased away my entire army. Again, that army and all is not the issue there. The issue is that he was beyond his understanding of what one can be. His notion of perfection was wrong. There is another layer of perfection which he found. That's all we should take from that. Now, when you become a person, so you are a defeated person now. In our life also it happens. Huh? Even the context can be different. Gravity can be lesser, but this framework can never be wrong. So the point is, when you are a defeated person, what do you do? This is a question now. If you are not evolved enough, the first thing that will happen is Asuya. That's why Asuya is talked in great length in Gita, and every place Asuya is very, very spoken, because that is a normal tendency. You get Asuya. And if you get, Vishwamitra had a mild trace of Asuya. That's why the first set of tapas is to destroy Vasishtha. That comes out of Asuya. It doesn't come out of a larger thinking of a greater goal, nothing. It doesn't come out of it. He had only a tinge of it. There was a little dirt which needs to be washed off. In our case, it may be tons of that. Who knows? So, when you are disappointed and defeated, a normal tendency is this attribute called Asuya pops up. Okay? Then what do? You spend your lifetime finding out how to destroy that. This is called Asuya. Let bad thing happen to me. Let my two eyes go. Let my one eye go, but I will make sure your two eyes are destroyed. Let anything happen to me. My goal is to destroy you. In the process, history has I am also history has again shows that you are the one who was destroyed first, not the other. I don't know why people have not understood this logic. In my effort to destroy other, first thing that happened is I destroyed myself. My Vyaktitva Nasha happened. These people have not understood. But in the case of Vishwamitra, moment he went with all his astras, and then he went and then he got defeated, it sparked him immediately. Asuya and all vanished. For people, it can take janmas to come to him. That's what I am saying. That's why I said you spend a lifetime. You spend a lifetime finding out how to destroy the name and fame of the other person somehow. A lot of people are thoughtlessly engaged in these kinds, within family, outside family, neighborhood, working place, all over it happens. What I am saying is not a very, ivory tower idea. They only get defeated. The sooner we get to know we have got Bhagavat Anugraha, getting to know that we are defeated in life sooner and getting that reflection is Anugraha. It is Bhagavat Anugraha. Please understand. The sooner I know that these are all useless for me, my life goal is different, that means Bhagavat Anugraha has poured into me already in bountiful measure. That is the meaning of it. If such a person who is like that, he will bypass that. So it's a recursive cycle. One time you will pass through the cycle and come directly to the third. Which is, we should have deep thought. We should ask an existential question of who am I? Instead of Asuya, if the question comes as who am I, that means Bhagavat Anugraha is in full measure. Which is what happened to Vishwamitra in this story. So Vishwamitra's story can be read for all this. It's, I think, a very, very important story. It shows what trials and tribulations and distractions and karma and krodha can make to an individual is actually the story. Dramatically we can show so many things in a movie and serials, and the story also can be dramatized in many ways. Sukshma is here. I think that is what this message of Vishwamitra is telling us. That is why these 15 sargas must be read with Bhagavad Gita, those shlokas. You will understand what is Krishna trying to say and how can it play out. You see it here. This is all my reading. All these thoughts got connected for me. I thought I'll just share it with you. With that, I think we will close.